Have you ever imagined what it would be like to lose the ability to get around freely? That's exactly what our Principal Mr David McNeale did recently to support the great work that is done by the Spinal Injuries Association. For 2 hours he travelled around Flinders Street in a wheelchair to gain an insight what life is like for thousands of people living with a spinal injury that restricts them to a wheelchair. Jill Morrison from the Spinal Injuries Association explains.
What we're trying to do in Take My Seat is to invite business leaders, community leaders to actually have a go at climbing into a wheelchair and getting the perspective of what it's like to negotiate this environment every day, and we provide chaperones for them. For us it's about advocacy, this event. It's about saying, hang on, if you really want to understand, we'll help you. Take my seat.
So after being fitted for his chair, he was off into the great outdoors. Firstly to cross the road, safely navigating curb ramps. Then it was off to use an ATM. This one was low to the ground, which made it easy, but it certainly made him vulnerable to passers-by while he was using it. Even travelling along the footpath had its challenges, as the camber of the path made for extra work to keep his chair straight. Simple things like using an elevator to access upper floors was made difficult, with the keypad behind you once he was inside. A couple of challenges down, now David wanted to catch up with the latest news, so it was into a news agency. Simple, you think. With narrow aisles and objects in the way, the daily routine wasn't as easy as normal. After travelling around a bit, David took a bonus challenge by attempting to use the bathroom.
Going to the toilet was the biggest challenge. Transitioning off the wheelchair to the toilet, that whole experience is really, really difficult.
Time for a coffee. Again, not as easy as first thought. Pam Spelling, David's chaperone from Centrecare, thought it would be a good idea to have a look at Palmer Street. Firstly, to get across the river. And of course back again. So how did David and the team go?
They were great sports. They were really, took on whatever I suggested for them to do with great positive spirit.
After spending 2 hours in a wheelchair, what was David's thoughts?
It goes through that whole range of what we just take for granted. It proves to us that it is difficult, and we have to make those places accessible, and whatever we can do, we should be doing.
A huge thanks to the team at the Spinal Injuries Association, and also Pam Spelling from Centrecare for her assistance during the day. For more information about the Spinal Injuries Association, visit their website